Unnecessary stress. Sometimes people completely go off the rails over something really trivial that, in the greater scheme of things, has no consequence on anyone. Sometimes people raise the blood pressure or put themselves in a situation where potentially they could have a stroke just because some sausages hasn't been delivered by Tesco and they're getting there a little bit cross. If you follow five fairly simple principles, your ability to stay calm and not sweat the small stuff is going to be vastly improved. The first point is to think before you react. And don't get off the rails about something that's absolute nonsense. Give yourself a little bit of time and count to 10. And probably by the end of it, you're going to realize that what you were getting stressed about really isn't that important. The next thing is to take on board the first point, but to think about the actual impact. It could be something small or it could be something big. But if the actual end of the day impact isn't that critical, you probably don't need to get too stressed about it. And you can think about a way to mitigate the problem. The third thing is to think about spreading stress onto other people. When you get stressed and irate and your face turns red like some sort of tomato, you pass on your stress to other people, which makes them stress in turn, and it creates a pretty awful atmosphere. If you can avoid that, you're going to live in a bit more of a harmonious world. The fourth point is to address things with a little bit of humour. We're all faced with a little bit of negativity and stress in our lives, but if you can deal with it with a little bit of a humorous joke, your ability to handle it without getting yourself in hospital is going to be vastly improved. And the fifth and final point is to focus on things that really matter. When you're wasting your time thinking about small stuff, it can grate away at you and really build stress because it can be a combination of multiple things. If you can think about the big picture and whether these small, trivial problems that are causing you a little bit of a niggle aren't really that important, you can move on to the big, more important stuff. So, to go over those points again, think before you react. Check about the actual impact of what you're getting stressed about. Avoid spreading stress onto other people. Use a little bit of a joke and a humorous thing in there. And focus on what actually matters in the greater big scheme of things. And hopefully, you won't get that stressed about small, trivial matters.